Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to each one of you on this magical Monday. Welcome once and all, and thank you. Yesterday, I had 10 beautiful testimonials. So I want to firstly thank Annika for being the champion to gift me a testimonial on my anniversary, and then followed with a beautiful testimonial from Shelley here, right here with all of us, which recorded. And then came so many more. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Monish, for stepping out of your comfort zone and making such a beautiful testimonial. Of course, Kuldeep ji, you've been championed. So a lot of you, Radhika, came from your heart. Dipali, so many of you have poured your feelings. Nisha, Alona Selesh, of course. So thank you, thank you. The night Geeta also sent, even Shweta also sent. So thank you. I'm enriched with these, and these will always be priceless. So thank you for pouring your words out. Anaksh, I loved what you wrote. So thank you so much for that. It's going to be always with me. I love that. I even love what Kavita wrote. So yes, Lord, I'm richer and richer and richer. Today, the date is 112. When we reverse the last two digits, we come to 121. Exactly 10 days from now. Yes, we're coming to an end of our journey, and I am going to miss this batch, this energy when I see you all. So yes, I'm really going to miss you all. So if you're continuing, yes, of course, I'm proud of those two, and I'm very proud of the ones who are staying back because I know they're ready for their journey onward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's start our Pixel programming. Yes, 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 we are winners. Left leg in the front. Yes, yes, yes. All are winners. Welcome to your day of the greatest secret, where a lot is coming our way. And today is going to be a very, very beautiful chapter because we're talking about everlasting happiness ever since yesterday. And today in the everlasting chapter, we're talking is somebody, yes, Puneet. Shelly, your hand is up. So just lower it. Do you want to say something? Or you want to read? Okay, perfect. Somebody wants to raise their hand to read? Please go ahead.
No, I want to read.
Yeah, sure. Muskan ma'am, please unmute all. Puneet Bansal is on mute. I'm unable to mute her. Am I not the mute him?
So can I read, ma'am?
So please, sorry.
This is Shelly. Can I read?
Yeah, of course you can read. I'm just asking her to unmute all.
Okay,
Sneha
I'm
Povar is also not unmute, so please unmute her as well.
sure.
Puneet and Sneha need to be unmuted. I mean, to be muted. They are on unmute. Okay. So yes, Shelley, are you already on unmute?
Yes.
Can you read? So today we're talking about a very beautiful chapter where we'll talk about I'll be happy when. And this is something that all of us have victimized ourselves with. We have been holding a happiness detrimental to the fact that something will happen in our life which will make us happy. And that something is going to be like broken into bits and pieces today with this beautiful chapter. So let's start our journey.
I'll be happy when we believe happiness comes from outside of us, we can easily fall into a habit of putting our happiness on hold until conditions are right. Have you ever thought or said, I'll be happy when, and finished the sentence with some event in the future? I'll be happy when exams are over and I graduate. I'll be happy when I get a new car. I'll be happy when I find a partner. I'll be happy when I'm married. I'll be happy when I have more money. I'll be happy when I have become successful. I'll be happy when I'm not when I'm on vacation. I'll be happy when I have lost weight. I'll be happy when we have a baby. I'll be happy when my business is up and running. I'll be happy when my health is improved and I feel better. And the list goes on. We put our happiness on
Yes.
hold.
So let's.
Hmm. Should I read?
So it's very simple. All of these above. Can you hear me, Shelly?
Yes, yes.
Because you and I'm overlapping. I'm saying something, you're saying something. Let's not overlap.
Okay.
So please understand that we all have put our happiness on hold with very silly facts, which right now seem not silly but huge to us. But if we start detaching ourselves from these facts, we will definitely find the eternal happiness we've been talking about. So if you really want to be spiritually free and happy, you have to understand that you are not dependent upon any such thing. So let's read further.
We put our happiness on hold when we believe that happiness comes from external things. We wait for something or someone to make us happy, but it's impossible to have lasting happiness from external things. It will never happen, no matter how long we wait. Perhaps if you have lived long enough, been successful enough, and have lots of wonderful life experiences, you have already discovered that happiness can't be found in the world. You especially may have seen the truth of this if a really big dream has come true for you. We convince ourselves that when our biggest dream comes true, like achieving great success, acquiring wealth, finding our perfect partner, or having children, we will finally be truly happy. But when a huge dream does come true, while it's wonderful and exciting, we discover that the lasting happiness we thought we would have is almost as fleeting as it has been with everything else. We may finally realize through our own bitter experience that happiness doesn't come from the external world. It can be pretty deflating moment for some because often a conclusion is reached that lasting happiness is a fantasy and will never happen. But lasting happiness is
Yeah,
not
I
a
think it's very.
but lasting
Just
hap-
after a paragraph, Shelly, 1 second, sweetie.
okay, okay.
I think you haven't read for us before. After every paragraph, just take a second's pause. At least if I'm saying
Yeah,
something, I'm not overlapping with you, please.
I think there's something
No.
wrong with the network. I'm taking the pause.
थोड़ा सा और ले लो आप.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
great.
please पढ़ो.
Okay. Should I read?
Yes, please.
But lasting happiness is not a fantasy. It is the truth of your very being and it is your very nature. After all, after all of our needless searching, it's a momentous discovery When you finally see that the happiness you seek is right now within your very own self. When you can see the truth of it, lasting happiness will be within your grasp because you will never look in vain to the other people or the world for your happiness again.
So very important to understand that our happiness is not dependent. Even after all of our learning, even after reading The Greatest Secret, which is a very, very, very deep book, it's a very profound book, some of us have still made ourselves dependent upon happiness. On the upper periphery, you may feel that, oh, I'm liberated, oh, I'm happy, oh, I have the mantra of, welcoming this, and all negativity I welcome, and, I'm scotch-free. But if you have to go deeper and deeper and deeper to understand that lasting happiness is always with you, always, always with you. And you don't have to look at people or situations to feel happy. Because if you are happy, you are a magnet for happiness because whatever you want, you will attract. Please remember, there's a beautiful saying that universe doesn't listen to language. It doesn't know Swedish, it doesn't know Danish, it doesn't know Hindi, it doesn't know English. What it knows is frequency. You have about 100,000 languages in the world, but the universe knows one language of frequency. So if I'm feeling happy, my frequency is high, and that's when I will attract whatever I want in life. So keep your frequency high by knowing that happiness is very much internal. It's not external. The minute you're happy internally, you are going to be magnet for whatever you want to attract. If you're going with a very agitated mindset to the meeting, the meeting is going to be very full of agitation. But if you're going for a meeting with a very happy and a very grateful heart, then that's how it's going to be. So remember, gratitude is the most important thing. Gratitude and love are the two most important ingredients for happiness. So if you have love in your heart, if you have gratitude in your heart, you're bound to be happy with yourself, with everyone around you. And that's the biggest mantra. Let's go further.
When you see that it makes the path very direct, you stop chasing the rainbow and you go for the happiness where you know it is right within you. Lester Levinson from Happiness is Free, Volume 1 to 5. Imagine it.
Yeah.
Imagine it. Billions of people over many thousands of years have been desperately searching for happiness every day of their lives, searching for it as if it could be found in all kinds of worldly places. And all along, there's only one place where it can be found in our true nature awareness. The whole setup is like one big cosmic joke, which is perhaps why Buddha laughed so hard under the Bodhi tree when, after a 16-year worldly search, he finally discovered that the truth was within him. If you think about it, history has shown that not many of us ever thought to look for happiness inside us. Yet, we have all been
So
given. Yeah.
even Buddha took time, 16 long years to realize that happiness is within him. So I'm not saying that, we are all are Buddhas and we should realize it now just with reading a one book. But the truth is what Nitya always says is we are Buddhus. We're not Buddhas, but we are Buddhus who are stuck in this entire world, not knowing that happiness is within us. The day we start getting aware, the day we start getting conscious, I am happy, I am joy, I'm love, I'm peace, or whatever you're feeling, automatically life will get aligned. All you have to do is consciously get aware. That's it. That's why the book said in the beginning, am I aware? Am I aware? Simply ask yourself, am I aware that I'm happy? What's my true nature? When you stumble upon that, when you keep posing those questions to yourself, life is bound to change. Let's read further.
Yet we have all been given many signposts in our lives, often though bitter experience that showed us happiness doesn't come from the world. Every time happiness came and went in your life, it was another signpost directing you to turn away from the world and look within. Now we can look for
Yes.
happiness Now we can look for happiness where it is instead of where it isn't. You can stop looking to your partner or children for lasting happiness. You can stop looking to your job, a new home, clothes, vacation, or a car for lasting happiness. None of those things can possibly make you permanently happy because they're always changing. Not to mention that your personality is always changing. What you like today, you don't like tomorrow. Your happiness is within the real, unchanging you, awareness. No one can give it to you.
Awareness is something is there within us. You can't find awareness. So the only thing that you can find is probe yourself, question yourself that am I aware? The minute you have this $1 million question to yourself, you get centered and aligned. You'll get aligned. Why? Because you're like, oh my God, reality hit me. Okay, I was on a wrong trajectory, a wrong path. Let me ask myself, am I aware? And the minute you say, am I aware? What will come next is, am I happy? Am I joyful? Am I peaceful? And then automatically the entire scenario will change. From being a controller, you'll become a person who's enjoying. So even if you're like into some meetings where you are the person who's in charge, you'll start becoming magnanimous and you'll start saying, okay, let's see what the world has to unfold. And you'll stop the control freak in you. That's how beautiful it is. Let's read further.
Certainly, we can enjoy all the wonderful things that we want to be, do, or have in the world. But we can enjoy those things with the full knowledge that the only place to find real permanent happiness is within us.
So Ramana Maharishi said a very beautiful thing, which is going to come on the next page. He says, you do not acquire happiness. Your very nature is happiness. Bliss is not newly earned. All that is done is to remove unhappiness. So please remember one thing. You as a human, we as human beings, forget that we are infinite beings. We forget that our very nature is happiness. And we get sucked into the world, ye nahi mila to I'm not happy, ye nahi hua to I'm not this. Bliss is within you. All you have to do to realize bliss is to remove any sources of unhappiness. How? By simply shifting your mood into your three things that you love, maybe. Think about that. So if I look at right now, I have Akshay on my screen. So maybe seeing Ananya, or his daughter Anaya, I'm not sure. So if maybe looking at her makes him so happy that he forgets that he's unhappy. So if we have these top three things in our mind which can make us happy or give us relief in a situation where we're angry, automatically your game changes. So remember, you're a game changer. You're a creator. You're not somebody who's just here to just live your life essay. Every life is purposeful. You are the superstars, yeah? Now is the time to just go and conquer the world with your happiness. Spread your joy. The minute you're a happy being, the minute you're a joyful being, the minute you're a love being, what's going to happen? The world will fall at your feet. So as to say, if you want to get something in life, you'll be able to get it. Why? Because now there's no fear. Now you're happy with yourself. You're happy with the world around you. Obviously, happiness is here to stay because whatever you want, you'll attract because your frequency is in a higher level. Remember, when you're in a high frequency, you're untouchable by anything. Anything means any negativity, any viruses, any negativity. Why? Because you're in a high feeling zone. And your game of life is yours to play. Enjoy it. So yes, you will fall down. So if you look at Mario Brothers, I'm going to say a very generic game for everyone who's grown up probably in the 90s and 2000s, whenever. So in Mario Brothers, he does fall up and down, up and down, up and down, but ultimately he reaches up, right? It's on his wish how much he wants to go up. So please be the Marios. Please be the ones who can really know that, I push my buttons higher and I can go bigger. Don't allow people to push your buttons and make you feel negative. Don't shift the power game. Today your dad says something wild to you and you get put off. Don't give him the power button. Let the power control button always be with you. You see a remote control, right, of a television, of any gadget or whatever. That remote control is in your hands. Don't allow that to come. So yes, your daughters, your sons, your parents may say something wild to you. Yes, they may. But just say this too shall pass. Say, am I aware? Because not every, like you right now may be reaching a Buddha state. They are not. So then why are you expecting this from them? Don't expect it. So if you start expecting happiness from you and not being correlated or dependent, Happiness is here to stay. That's a good news. It's not very, very, very easy, but it's not right up either. So now you have to start working on that. It's an inward journey now. So one thing is more, and one more thing. Always keep a beautiful book by your bedside. If nothing else, keep heart thoughts. Whenever you are up and down, just open something and maybe that's a message for you. Remember, books have a language that speak to you. They're the best friends forever. Whenever you travel or anything, anywhere, keep a small little book in your bag or, wherever your travel bags. Let them be your companions. You know what? We are whiling away time on this phone of ours and we are getting sucked in. Why? Because we don't rely on social media from where we go. Ultimately, your purpose of learning something is lost. So in life, please invest into learning, which means books. Let books become your best friends. Keep having one after another. If somebody wants to gift you something, you say, give me a good book. And whenever that book is coming to you, just say it's come to me for a purpose. It may not be a genre of reading, but it's come to you, it's come for a purpose. And if the law of attraction is working well for you, which I'm sure it will work well for you because you've thought and read so much, life is going to unfold beautifully, just very, very magic. Thoughts smother the capacity to be happy. Lester Levinson, From Happiness is Free, Volume 1 to 5. Thoughts smother the capacity to be happy. So how do you want your happiness quotient to completely on to? Please read, Shelley.
Standing between you and permanent happiness and who you really are is one thought. Whether it's a sad thought, a fearful thought, an angry thought, or a frustrating thought, in the end, all of those thoughts are saying the same thing: I don't want this, in response to something that has happened. And because of believing that one thought, unhappiness descends upon you like a blanket and covers the happiness that you truly are.
So again, don't let anything stand in the way between your happiness. Nothing at all. Don't give people the power. Don't give situations the power to stand between you. No, it doesn't. Just be in your journey, whole soul and complete. Thoughts come first, then feeling, then emotion, like tears. It always happens that way. And often people first feel the emotion and they don't realize this was subtle thought first that created the feeling and then came the emotion. Says Sailor Bob Adamson. So I'm going to quote you a very simple thing. So you are like right now seeing a very emotional movie, very, very, very emotional. Why do you think the tears are dropping down? Why do you think you're laughing so much? Because whether you realize or not, you have had that feeling in your mind. So if you're crying, you're trying to think that you are the person who you're crying because something has happened to you. All of a sudden, if you see somebody losing somebody, oh, if I lose it, how will I feel? And you associate yourself with that emotion and your tears come falling. It's very, very, very subtle. Yes, we start feeling for ourselves. And that's where the game changes. And we think on such a fast level, 86,400 thoughts a day. Imagine that's the kind of feelings, that's the kind of thoughts you have. And that one thought which took microsecond, which you didn't even realize, now that thought has triggered these emotions. So please understand the science. The only reason you're experiencing that you're unhappy is because you're identifying with an unhappy thought, says my teacher. So stop correlating, stop identifying. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. Byron Katie from A Thousand Names for Joy. So that's how it is. Embrace whatever's coming your way. So if you're having a death in the family, embrace it. Right now, how are we all feeling? Everywhere you open your social media, you just find one obituary. You find somebody. Everyone's lost people. Everyone's talking about COVID. Is anyone talking about happiness? So become the channels for happiness. Spread happiness. No matter how it is, just spread this. It's very, very, very important. Please read.
Hopefully, you are starting to see the havoc that can be wreaked in your life when you believe your mind and its negative thoughts. Anytime that have had the opportunity to help someone with a difficulty or challenge they were facing, the reason for their suffering has always been because of believing their mind's negative thoughts. Anytime that I have experienced any difficulty in my own life has also been because I believe my mind and its negative thoughts. So, if you can, when you feel pain or some hurt from a situation, let that hurtful feeling be a wake up call telling you that right now you are believing negative thoughts that are not true. Once you stop believing your mind, you will start to notice that your mind is inclined to object to most things, masking your innate happiness.
So again, very, very imperative to understand that we are the negative thought creators and we are the only ones who can shift. So how do you want that shift? Simply tell yourself, let's wake up. Where was I? Why was I feeling negative? Let me welcome it and let it just go. Let me flow. And everything will start flowing. Everything will start flowing. So very beautiful thing is said again, Sailor Bob Adamson from A Sprinkling of Jewels. He says, what's wrong with right now? If you don't think about it, imagine. Right now is perfect. The minute you think about it and you start going either in the past or the future, that's when the game changes. Right now is perfect. Nothing wrong right now. But the minute you think, the game changes. The peace that you're seeking is already present. That peace is seemingly obscured because our attention is being diverted into thinking. Kalyani Laurie, right? You're thinking, and thinking is changing your game. So, joy, happiness, peace, love, they're all there. Gratitude, of course, is not there. That is something which is man made. You have to feel the gratitude. That's not already a part of you. Gratitude, if it's a part of you, your life will be a Buddha. So, understand that. Let's read further.
With all of the mind's chatter, non-stop commentary, contradictory nature, and beating up on us, it's surprising that so many of us still believe our mind is as though it is the authority in the world. You don't have to stop, still, or quiet your mind. You just have to stop believing it. When you stop believing it, it will automatically become quieter, and then happiness will arise in you like a tidal wave of bliss.
Yes, how wonderful. Let's understand now how happiness is there for us to stay and yet we're resisting it. Let's read.
Resisting happiness. As incredible as it is to hear, many of us resist being happy. We don't realize we are doing it because our resistance is coming from a suppressed belief. The belief could have been put there when we were children and we were told to curb our natural free spirited enthusiasm and joy. Did you ever hear things like act your age, grow up, stop showing off, or calm down and be quiet? If you did, you might have a belief that to get approval, you have to be calm and quiet. Because when you were running around excited and in joy, you got in trouble for being noisy. As a result, slowly over time, we became accustomed to damping down and restraining our natural joy. But simply by realizing that we have been resisting happiness, we break that belief and take most of the power out of it.
So again, people who are yet to become parents or people who are going to become parents, please stop controlling your children. Let them blossom, especially the first 3 years. They're anyways in the natural state. Even after that, just stop controlling them. Calm down, relax. Stop making them ideal children. Let them understand who they are. Because you're unnecessarily creating doubts in their mind, fears in their mind. You're putting them into a box. Don't do that. We're naturally happy, so we are not experiencing happiness. We're resisting happiness, says my teacher. So, very important to understand that if you're happy, you're happy. So, just experience happiness, right? Don't resist it. If you were not actively engaged in making yourself miserable, you would be happy, says Anthony de Mello, SJ from Rediscovering Life. That unfortunately, you are the only one who's harming your life because you're time and again saying something which is making your life miserable. So stop it. Stop that torture. We don't have to do anything to be happy. Instead, we need to stop doing what we're doing that's making us unhappy. Very profound statement. So follow it. Now, Francis Lucille from The Perfume of Silence says, it is not challenging to be happy. It is challenging to be unhappy. When you say that it's challenging to be happy, it suggests that happiness involves effort, constant vigilance, struggle. If we believe that happiness requires effort and struggle, it only perpetuates misery. So please understand this, that you are effortless, you are happy, and what is challenging is to feel unhappiness. But right now you may think, oh, but unhappiness comes to me so easily. It comes to you easily because you're letting it come. But if you start questioning that why am I uneasy, why am I unhappy, the game will change. So this teacher of Rhonda Byrne says, can't you sense the underlying unlimited happiness of your being? You have to sense it, consciously sense it. What's making me unhappy? Let's read further.
If our natural state is happiness, then imagine the enormous amount of energy it takes to be unhappy. All over the world, resistance is one thing that has robbed the majority of people's happiness. Rather than allowing things to be as they are, we resist what is happening and what has happened with the singular repetitive thought of I don't want, and then fill in the blank with the never-ending list of don't wants.
So I is what? I, ego. And I have a perfect man-made world. ऐसे होना चाहिए, this is great. ऐसा होना चाहिए, this is great. And then automatically, I don't want, I want, and the wish list starts. And that puts you in a trap. So I'm only going to again research on the fact that please start only thinking about what you want. Don't want should not come into your lives. The minute don't wants come, suffering comes. The minute the don't wants come, fear comes, worry comes. Stop thinking about it. We don't have to go there. Steer yourself clear from it. Focus on your one thing, whatever that one thing is. It's very important to understand. Nothing external can disturb us. We suffer only when we want things to be different from what they are. How wonderful. Isn't that true? You have made it in your mind, this is how this should be. Have you ever said that, okay, the result is like this, I never wanted it, but what is there for me to see in it? That's a cosmic timing that the thing has happened in your life. Why has it happened? So ask yourself, this is a profound statement said by Byron Katie from Loving What Is. So please understand, there is something called a cosmic timing. Who are you to keep suffering and to keep thinking and questioning? What's happened has happened. Embrace it, no? Whether good, whether bad, embrace it. You don't want your loved one to go at a young age. You don't want, but right now the world is clutched by it. And if he or she is leaving the world, I'm not saying celebrate him, but at least celebrate what you had with him. So just move on. Happiness is simply to allow everything to be exactly as it is from moment to moment. So if you start flowing from moment to moment, you realize that happiness is here to stay because now you're embracing it. Let's read the last paragraph for the next day before the next section, and that we'll see tomorrow.
If you can stop resisting,
Muskan ma'am, please turn the.
if you can stop resisting
Yeah,
what is
please.
happening in your life, in the world, then blissful happiness is yours. Enlightenment is simply another word for blissful happiness. Enlightened is what you are already. Blissful happiness is what you are already. They are not something that only a select few can experience. They are you and everyone else.
So very beautiful. Blissful happiness is ours. Enlightenment is simply another word for blissful happiness. What is enlightenment? You're getting enlightened about something in life. But please understand, you were born enlightened. That's the reason your subconscious mind is infinitely intelligent, wise, right? So you are enlightened. वो अलग बात है कि आप अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को इस्तेमाल ही नहीं करते हो. 90% of your mind subconscious mind. You're not even asking it. Have you started asking your subconscious mind questions before sleeping if you are in doubt? Have you started that practice? And you get the answers in the night or the morning? So please, if you haven't done that, do that. Yes, you get. Very nice. So please, when in doubt, put the question to your subconscious mind before sleeping and just let the answers unfold and stop doubting them. Just stop doubting them. And your life is going to become even more blissful. So that's how you'll experience. And yes, you are that person who's enlightened. Tomorrow we'll read about attachment. Today we'll move on to the key of play in our power book. So I have to quickly take a shot back. Just give me a second. Please continue. So if you start the chapter, Shelly, please read the key of play. Don't wait. I'm just coming back.
The key of play. Should I start? The key of play. There is one certain way you can make yourself feel better about any subject in your life and that is to create games with your imagination and play. Play is fun. And so when you play, you feel really good. At some point, we stopped playing and having fun like we did as children, with the result that as we became adults, we became more serious about life. But seriousness brings serious circumstances into your life. When you play and have fun, you feel really good. And voila, really good circumstances come into your life. Life is supposed to be fun. Play with the law of attraction. Invent games with your imagination because the law of attraction doesn't know or care if you're imagining and playing or if it is real. Whatever you give an imagination and feeling will become real.
So it's very important to understand. First is your thought, where you imagine something. Immediately after the feeling, you felt. So right now, I'm thinking that, okay, I'm going to get that $1 million deal. I'll sign it. But my heart is saying, no, no, no. What if you don't get it? What if something backfires? So, that will happen. It will backfire. I will not get it. So how do I make my heart feel better? By simply having those three things that makes you immediately happy. Shift your focus. Start feeling happy, 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 and then the game will change. So first feel happy, then you imagine what you have to imagine. Feel what you have to feel. Automatically you'll be able to feel as well. Try this. Life is a game, yeah. Play it beautifully. Have fun with it. It's really fun. Don't just become very serious about your life. Let's turn the page. How do we play this game of life? The law of love could be best understood and learned through little children, says Mahatma Gandhi. So please understand, little children love to play, so do you. Tell yourself that I'm a little child. Anyways, a lot of you have discovered the inner child with mirror work, right? So learn to have fun. Don't make yourself so old. Oh, I'm in my 20s, I'm in 30s, I'm in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. No, cut the crap. You are what you really want to be. So feel young, play the game of life. How do you play it? Let's understand. Please read it.
How do you play? You do the same thing as you did when you were a child, and you use your imagination to create make believe games. Let's imagine you are a cyclist and you want to become the best cyclist in the world and win the Tour de France. Your training is going well and you have your dream in your sights, but you're diagnosed with a disease and given a 40% chance to survive. While having treatment, you imagine you are riding in the Tour de France and it is the race of your life. You imagine the medical staff is your training team, giving you feedback at every checkpoint. Each day you imagine you are racing in a time trial and your time is getting better and better. You win the race with your medical team and you overcome the disease.
Yeah. So again, It's all about creative visualization. Whatever you imagine is what you're finding. So if you have been diagnosed with the sickness and you imagine yourself fine, your treatment is going to work and it's going to be amazing. And that's what happened with me. So understand very, very clear. It's about what you're thinking. You win the race with your medical team and you overcome the disease. So healing is in your hands. It's not important for you. Like yesterday, Prashant, my husband, he's in quarantine. So he just opened his door. I was like, I'm really missing you. So he was on the, sitting inside the room, like just at the periphery. And I was outside in the living room and talking to each other. And he showed me his hands. He's like, I've got allergy with both the hands. And he's never had allergy. He's like, okay, give me an anti-allergic. I said, no, just put powder, wash it with, I'll give you ice, let it heal. Tell yourself that it's healing, it's healing. He's like, no, it doesn't work. I said, try. And believe you me, 10 minutes later, he's like, okay, it's gone. How? The power of mind, right? If you tell yourself that I'm healing, I don't need artificial stuff, and this too shall go, it'll go. You don't always have to keep, using something or the other. So one thing more, stop putting medicines in your body. They're really nonsensical. You don't know that little pill that you've swallowed to release yourself is so killing. It's going to stay in your body for years and years and rot away. And uske kya reactions honge baad mein, you have no idea. So please keep your bodies clean. If you're looking at a sattvic lifestyle, you're looking at organic lifestyle. So just realize that, stop popping those pills. Just stop them if you're doing that. I'm popping one pill every morning and it is a burden on me. That's Thyroxine. I'm still popping. But yeah, it's already come, the dose has really come down. So I'm glad, but I know it's going to fade. So if you want it to fade, things will fade. If people say thyroid to lifelong bimari hoti, nahi. It's all in your mind. So again, let's move further.
1 year after you win back your health, you win the Tour de France and you continue to win it 7 years in a row, becoming the only cyclist in history to achieve that. This is what Lance Armstrong did. He used the most difficult circumstances as props to create an imaginary game and realize his dream.
And this is what every single politician, successful politicians, forget politicians, actors, theatrists, athletes, all of them do it. They have been made to visualize the success. Lance Armstrong did that. And again, if you remember in the book Secrets, in the book Power, in Power, you have to prop up, right? So prepare the props, play with your life, have fun. Yeah, all right, let's read further.
Let's say you want to have the best built body in the world, and you also want to become a famous actor in America, and you live in a tiny village in Europe and come from a family that has struggled financially, but still you imagine your dreams. You use a picture of a hero to sculpt your body, and you imagine winning the European title for the best built body. You win the title 7 times, and then it is time to become a famous actor. You travel to America, but no one believes you are actor material, and they give you all the reasons why you will never achieve your dream. But you have imagined being a famous actor, and you can feel the success, you can taste it, and you know it will happen. This is what Arnold Schwarzenegger did when he won Mr. Olympia 7 times and then became one of the biggest names in Hollywood.
If you look at Schwarzenegger, he's such a muscular guy, like he's such a Hulk kind of a guy. He's not good looking either. But then he did become Mr. Bollywood, Mr. Hollywood. So how? Just because he imagined it. He was a bodybuilder. He was far from being an actor. But yeah, he became a bodybuilder, he became an actor, and then he also became a politician. So he kept thinking bigger, bigger, bigger. And life is a stage for you to do your opera on. Plan it. Dance your life away. Plan it, visualize it, and achieve it. These people are different examples. Look at Lance Armstrong, look at Schwarzenegger, look at anyone, any of these, all of them. And even around you in Bollywood, even around you in your athlete world, sports world, you'll find thousands of people like this. Thousands. Not only a few hundreds, thousands. So what is stopping you from getting your dream life? Please go for it. And I'm telling you once again, don't just say that, I have found my ikigai. Go deeper, deeper, deeper. Think about it. Just don't say, I think, it may be this. I think it may be that. No, that's your imaginary world. Find your ikigai. Just don't say it. I don't think a lot of you have still realized what your ikigai is. You're just saying that you found it, but you haven't. So please delve deeper. Just for sake of it, कि किताब कर ली मुझे मिल गई, नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. Like Radhika genuinely has found it. But others, I can see that you really haven't found it till now. You may want to believe that you have, but you haven't. So delve in deeper. That book is to be done. It's not to be read. So do that book again, please. Because I really want all of you to become inspirational and really be like these people that we're reading about. Let's read further.
Imagine you want to be a great inventor. In your childhood, your mind is challenged to the extreme. You are overwhelmed with hallucinations and blinding flashes of light. You fail to finish university and leave your job due to a nervous breakdown. To gain relief from the crippling hallucinations, you take control of your mind by creating your own imaginary world. Inspired by the idea of a brighter future, you direct your imagination to new inventions. You build an inventions completely in your imagination. You change the construction, make improvements, and even operate the device without even drawing a sketch. You create a laboratory in your mind and you use.
We're talking about Tesla in this. It's so beautiful to understand that he used the power of his mind. Things don't exist, but in the mind mental laboratory, he's planned it all experiments, all diagrams, everything. And he's used his imagination so beautifully, and the world has come up with such a beautiful car, with automobiles. And today his son is the richest man in the world because Nikola Tesla, right? So understand where are people coming from? Yeah, let's read further.
And you use your imagination to check the new invention for wear and tear before turning your idea into a physical device. This is what Nikola Tesla did to become one of the greatest inventors. Whether it was the alternating current motor radio, amplifier, wireless communication, fluorescent light, laser beam, remote control, or any of his other 300 plus patented inventions, all of them had been developed in exactly this way through the power of his imagination.
So again, very important to say the power of imagination is the most important. So if people haven't done creative visualization yet, do it again. There are some books which you can't stop doing. Ikigai, creative visualization. I've done them, but yet I want to do them again and again because they make, these books are magic laden. The second time you'll do it, you'll find magic. Third time you'll do it, you'll find magic. So people who are moving on their own, congratulations. But these books are your bedside books. Pick up one book at a time. Do them again. And my request to you, my sincere, humble request would you. So I've create one of you who's not progressing. Please create a group and have your WhatsApp group and have somebody host a session in the morning. So, for example, at 5 o'clock, somebody is hosting. 5 to 5:40, you have one session. Immediately plan a session from 5:40 to 6:20. You have 40 minutes free session. If some of you are paid, fantastic. Please read together. Otherwise, you'll get lost. At least give yourself 3-4 months of continuing this journey, and then stop it. At least kuch to jayega man mein. Like in the morning batch, I just suggested to everyone long back, let's start reading Rahul sir's books. Everyone's reading diligently. मैं नहीं भी जाती हूँ. Like I had started this thing, me and Riddhi, and it's taken where the next level. The 2 batches happening in the morning. So I am a freebie. I go sometimes in the morning batch, sometimes in the later batch. But people are continuing the journey and growing and sharing. So don't stop the sangha now at this point. People who are going on further, they're anyways going to be in the mood. Others, please continue this work. One of you champion the cause and take them together because this journey does not stopping here. Don't think you've transformed in 4 months. Yes, you have, but you need to continue walking on that path. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere possible, everywhere possible. Not a straight line, but you can just go out, come back, come in, come wherever. So it's very beautiful to know that you have amazing imagination. All of us are creatively born. And this is something Albert Einstein is saying. And he's been a physicist, everyone knows. So let's read further.
Whatever it is you want, use your imagination. Create games and play. Use every prop you can find to help you. If you want to lose weight or have a better body, then create games so you feel as though you have the body now. You can surround yourself with pictures of great bodies, but the trick is this: you must imagine those bodies are yours. You must imagine, feel that you are looking at your body, not somebody else's body.
So yes, what is it? Somebody else's body, why not? Because if you feel that if for example, women or for example, men, you feel those curves, you feel those muscles here. The muscles aren't here, but you feel them. Oh, I have a muscular body. The men can feel it. Women can feel the curves on the waist. I had that waist. I feel that thing. So if you start feeling it, eventually you start becoming it. Because you're just feeling great. So that's how wonderful. And now you all have learned the power of eating, right? And I can tell you one more thing which we haven't graduated to that, but I'll still tell you. Food doesn't give you cellular energy. It's wrong when people say कि खाने से energy मिलती है. कभी try करो meditation. Try meditation for 1 hour. 1 hour of meditation. 1.5 hour and see the energy you get after that. I promise you'll even be able to go without a meal and you'll be so comfortable and high on energy because your energy in your cellular level is coming to you from a lot of things. I'm not going in there, but you have no idea what meditation is. Meditation is food. It's food for your soul, it's food for your body. So try going in the next level now. And there are lots of meditations available online for about half hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Start doing them. Just start doing them. I had to basically introduce all of you to meditation. A lot of you had never done meditation before coming in the morning batch. But now I know a lot of you are progressing gradually. So find this muscle, start more and more and more and more and more. And I can tell you something, I've introduced you all to Nitya Shanti. Nitya has a channel on YouTube. Just go there. He's got free meditations, lots of his free meditation. Otherwise, gift yourself a Rigpa course. He's got a paid course. Go for it. 80 meditations you can download and just do that with him. Whatever works for you. But make a separate time for meditation. Like this is my hour of meditation. Whenever your children aren't around or whatever, like for me, I fix 4 to 5 as meditation time in the afternoon. Apart from morning and night, I fixed it like on my scheduler. That this is how it has to be. So then I know I can never waver off ever. करना है तो करना है. No option, na? It's part of your schedule. You have to follow it. So remember that. Very important to give yourself the gift of meditation. Let's read further.
If you are overweight or underweight and you had the perfect weight right now, how would you feel? You would feel different from how you feel now. Everything about you would change. You would walk differently, talk differently, and you would do things differently. Walk like that now. Talk like that now. Act as if you have it now. It doesn't matter what it is that you want. Imagine how you would feel with it and act like that now in your imagination. Whatever you imagine with feelings, you are giving to the law of attraction and you must receive it.
Yeah, that's how it is. So if you can think it, if you can imagine it, if you can feel it, it's yours for forever and ever. The law of attraction works in frequency. And when you're imagining it, so has anyone felt that you're giggling? Like, of course, Shelly's testimonial said that also. That when you're manifesting, you're giggling, you're crying, you're so happy. When you have those heightened emotions in your manifestation, you're bound to make them come true because then your emotions are working on your future. And that's how wonderful life becomes. You strongly attract it. Let's read the next paragraph. It says Lance Armstrong, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Nikola Tesla, all these people played with their imaginations and felt their dreams with all their heart. Their imaginings became so real to them that they could feel their dreams and now they would happen. It doesn't matter how far away your dreams seem to you. It is closer to you than anything in your life because all the power to bring your dream to you is inside you. So understand that very, very clear. Everything is possible for the person who believes, says Jesus, founder of Christianity. So become a believer. I always say I'm a believer. So yesterday night, of course, now people are back in my house after the quarantine. So my co-sister and my daughter were seeing this movie, and it was all about hell and heaven and how souls progress, and I was like, my God, if you're a believer, you will sense the souls around you, and you get messages. If you get scared, you'll get, oh my God, this house is haunted. So if you're a believer, everything is possible for you. Become a believer. Let yourself break your glass ceiling and just go and find the world. There's a world you have no idea what it is all about. I'm on the path of discovering and always be a seeker and always be a finder. So yeah, that's how it should be. Let's go further.
In the future, we will see more and more discoveries about the power of our imagination. Already, scientists have discovered special mirror cells that activate the same areas in the brain when you imagine doing something as when you physically perform the action. In other words, simply by your playing and imagining what you want to experience, your brain immediately responds as if it is real.
Yeah, let's read further.
If you are talking about something in the past or the future, you are imagining those things now. You are feeling those things now. You are on that frequency now. And that's what the law of attraction is receiving. When you are imagining your dream, the law of attraction is receiving it now. Remember, there is no time for the law of attraction. There's only this moment of now.
So the moment now is to be used. That's the reason why I keep harping on the fact that उठते के साथ ही अपना वो manifestation audio on कर लो. WhatsApp पे है, keep your AirPods or your whatever you're wearing, your headphones, just keep them on your bedside, plug them in first thing when you wake up नींद में, on कर लो. अभी 15 मिनट लगेंगे बेड पे रहने में, लेज करने में. मैनिफेस्टेशन तब कर लो. आपको इमेजिन करना है, फील करना है, सुनना है, या एफर्मेशन शुरू कर लो. Whatever works for you. Please remember, when you're imagining your dream, the law of attraction is now. So this moment is important whenever you're doing it. Next, let's read.
If you experience a time delay in receiving what you want, it's only because of the time it takes you to get onto the same feeling frequency that your desire is on. And to get onto the same frequency as your desire, you have to feel the love of having your desire now. When you get yourself onto the same feeling frequency and stay there, what you desire appears.
How wonderful. So it's very important to have this. And I'm anyways trying to record a generic manifestation from maybe so that will help you. So yeah, all right. Let's read Naval Goddard. What does it say? All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. How powerful. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. So beautiful. Please read further.
When you are really excited about anything that has happened and you feel amazing, capture that energy and imagine your dream. Quick flashes of imagining and feeling your dream are all you need to harness the power of your excited feeling for what you want. This is playing. This is fun. This is the joy of creating your life.
Thank you, Shelly, for reading such a joyful chapter for all of us. Really, really, really grateful. Thank you for lending your magical voice.
Thank you. In the beginning, there was some confusion. Actually, I was taking a pause, but I could see your lips and your words were not matching at my screen. There was some network issue. So
Oh,
sorry.
don't you worry, don't you worry. So,
Thank you.
quick flashes of imagining and feeling your dream are all you need to harness the power of your excited feelings for what you want. Quick flashes of lightning, imagination. Ekdam se flash aaya and do it. Play, have fun. One thing more in life, stop procrastinating too much. एक thought आई कर लो यार, just do it. Don't delete आई too much. Become a spontaneous person. क्या होगा? You'll fall down maximum, right? So what? Experiment in life. Go beyond yourself. Shraddha Khandelwal, I need a promise from you that you will take the champion the morning 5 o'clock batch. मुझे पता है तुम सोती रह जाओगी. So तुमको मॉनिटर बना देंगे तो तुम सबको ले जाओगी अपने साथ. You have to make this group of whoever is not moving on. I don't want my Sangha Mitras lacking behind. I don't want any one of you lacking behind. I truly want you to do these chapters. 5 o'clock it is. Don't make it 5:30. Don't make it 5:45. No. It's very so. If you realize the Brahma Muhurat starts 96 minutes before the sunset, ballpark figure is 3:56, 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock to 4:45 is the Brahma Muhurat. That's your own hour of creation, your personal hour of creation. And 5 o'clock onwards is your time to study, reflect. Panchabhuta. So 5 o'clock is very, very, very important. So everyone who's not joining the future course, Ravi Ji and so many of you, please join that second parallel group. Kuldeep Ji, I don't want to carry them on the journey because I want new people to get a chance. And these people have been empowered. If they feel the need to come back, they can come back in third session. Let them continue the journey. Let them have time for reflection. So I don't want everyone to pay up because I want new people to keep joining in. Of course, if somebody really, really, really wants, they can join us. But the best is that they have the self-reflection time. Because otherwise सब छूट जाएगा. I'm telling you all, सब छूट जाएगा. अगर नहीं 5 ग्रुप बनाया आप लोगों ने तो आप लोग का सब पढ़ा लिखा धरा रह जाएगा. Life is all about continuing your journey. You've learned something, continue it. Let's read the heart thought, please. Tomorrow we will do the points of power for this beautiful chapter. Amazing. So can I have someone volunteer to read? World, okay, Rima has volunteered. So world community. The world is a heaven on earth. How beautiful. In the Aquarian age, we were learning to go within to find our savior. We are the power we're looking for. We are the power we're looking for. Each one of us is totally linked with the universe and with life. So please understand when you are in this beautiful age where you are linked, what's happening? You know that the world is happening for you. Life is flowing for you so beautifully. Let's read this beautiful chapter on the world is a heaven on earth. Please read.
This world is a heaven on earth. I see a community of spiritually minded souls who come together to share, grow, and radiate their energies into the world.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Rima, you have some fan going on next to you. Fan की आवाज आ रही है.
Okay, the fan is.
Fan, cooler, पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है. बहुत जोर की. Anyways, try again. Okay, please read.
I see a community of spiritually minded souls who come together to share, grow, and radiate their energies into the world, each one free to pursue his or her activity and drawn together to better fulfill each individual's purpose. I see us guided to form the new heaven on earth with others who have the same desire to prove to themselves and others that it can be now. We live together harmoniously, lovingly, peacefully, expressing God in our lives and our living. We establish a world where the nurturing of soul growth is the most important activity, where this is the work of the individual. There is ample time and opportunity for creative expression in whatever area we choose. There will be no labor and no concern for earning money. All that we need, we will be able to express through the powers within. Education will be a process of remembering that which we already know and bring to conscious awareness. There is no disease, no poverty, no crime, and no deceit. The world of the future begins now, right here, with all of us, and so it is.
Thank you so much for reading for us, Rima. So there is no disease, there's no poverty, there's no crime, there's no deceit. The world of the future begins now, right here, right now, with all of us. And so it is. So please understand there is ample time and opportunity for creative expression in whatever area we choose. So if I choose an area, there is so much of time, there's so much of opportunity for me to create it. So whatever field I choose, I can create it. And remember, when we live together in harmony, when we are in love, when we are in peace, when we are expressing God in our lives, in our loving, when there's gratitude, you're establishing a world where you're nurturing your soul. And your soul's growth is the most important thing. Trust me, everyone. I'm not taking you on a journey of just saying ki this is what it is. But that's why I've just, handful invited some of you to move on the spiritual journey of, unified. Because I think you may be ready for it. The challenge is how many of you actually do the 6-month course? That's something to be seen, but that's okay. Remember, you're here in this life. It's very important to understand that your soul has traversed thousands and thousands of life. It's very important to understand that, once a week, once in a month, maybe choose to do your path of regression session. Choose to understand what's your purpose. Choose to do unified. Choose to do stuff like which is spiritually grow. And I would definitely invite each one of you, if you're thinking about it, to join Nitya Shanti. Every month, 3, 4, 5 admissions are always open. I can always put in a word. And every Wednesday and every Sunday, we are meeting up for these beautiful discussions online. And it is spiritual. Of course, we found that forming a community, it'll take some time. But every night, 10:30, if you are up, like I sleep, if you're up, just do his meditations. They're free for all. Anyone can come. You don't have to pay for them also. I can share the link today. Just sleep to his meditation, or you can go on his YouTube. So for me, he's been an anchor, and that's why I keep saying that, go for him, go for him. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. This Louis Hayes World Community was a message for me as well. The world is a heaven on earth. We can create the heaven on earth however we want. And when we talk about world community, there must have been a reason why I said former community. So you are a sangha already. Whoever is leaving behind, take up the lead and please take up your learning. And I can just tell you one thing. एक request रहेगी आप सबसे, explain करना शुरू मत कर देना. Don't become that. Just understand it. Somebody can add reflections. After this one paragraph, what are the reflections you felt? Do that. You can share your reflections. Don't start preaching, because you never know what you're guiding the other person understanding. Everyone have your reflection time sharing. Very important to take this journey forward. All right, let's move on. Anybody, any sharings, any reflections? You want me to, record something, or should we go for meditation? Yes, Shelly and Rima, both were amazing leaders. Thank you, everyone, for complimenting them. Anjuji, you want to say something? You want to say something, Anjuji?
Yes, please, Prachi, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay. I just wanted to pay my gratitude to you. And when I was writing few words, I just came up with this, and I don't know how it got composed. This is something which I've never done before. It has never happened to me before. I think the cosmic energies, or I don't know what magic or miracle happened. So I just wanted to share that, what I've written. Um, to my beautiful, ever loving Guru Prachi, you're a divine, eternal being, a flower in full bloom, an unconditional giver, always empowering on a Zoom. Your perfectly evolved soulmate, integrity, modesty, humility are your pride. Blessed to be your Sangha Mitra, perfection in everything is what you strive. Your surge of kindness, enlightening us all with your wisdom, a floodlight in the darkness, and love always pulsating in your kingdom. Bask in the memorable moments of your hive. Enjoy the glory of the present. May infinite happiness and health floods into your life. With abundance of love, light, and gratitude, thank you so much for enriching on a soulful journey. So, thank you so much. I've never written a poem in my whole life before. I'm not a poet. I don't know how it has come out. So, but this is exactly how I felt. I just used the words from whatever, all the books which we have read. I was putting it together, and this is what has come. So, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
I am absolutely in awe of the poem that you've composed. The poem is lovely, and you as a poet are absolutely extraordinary. I just want to say, Anjuji, this is what I really wanted when I kept saying to everyone that let's reflect on what we think. And now I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of Kuldeep ji. He was not a writer ever. And look at the way he's emerged as a writer. And you have just carved it so gorgeously. Like the words have been amazing. You've had expressions. So thank you so much for that. And that's the art about reflecting. All of us have to reflect in life. We hold ourselves back. So why the thing about talking about, the thing about sharing is sharing your light. And thank you for sharing your light. I
And
am, yeah, please.
I had written long time ago. I think this was on 1st of April, which I also wrote my reflections, but
Yeah.
I didn't post it. I thought I'll leave it at the end of our sessions. Is that okay if I read that?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. It's
I'll
absolutely.
put it on the group as well. So I just kept writing. And I think the art of writing was also encouraged by you.
Yeah. Actually,
You know, from when our session started, I used to see you just putting the light music on in the background and just write and write. And I think that background music had really helped me. And every time now I write my reflections, my gratitude, my blessings, I just put that music on, and I I don't know what powers comes in.
yeah, even I prefer to have some music in the background because it's just so beautiful and you're like, you're in the music in your own world. Then you cut off from the things around. So yeah.
Yes, and it definitely helps.
Yeah. So I'm so
So
glad.
I've just written my other reflections. This is I've written that on the lamp of my life. So I have a lamp, and how you have empowered that. So thank you for giving me the lamp of faith by starting the life transformation series. Thank you for making my lamp of life illuminate with wicks of love every day by your morning sessions. Thank you for the flame of knowledge, which made me always lit up and shine bright by introducing us to the beautiful life changing creative books and Sunday reflection series, giving me the positive energy day in and day out in all aspects of my life. Thank you for showering abundance of oil of enlightenment for my lamp to give me everlasting light, shine, warmth, and heat, which help me find the path and purpose of my life. Thank you for showing my lamp of life the way to withstand fierce storms by your calming, profound, powerful practices of meditation of gratitude every morning. Thank you for making me discover my true self and finding my own power to love myself, to lit myself, to transform myself from the darkness of ignorance to the light of learning to realize who I am. Stay forever blessed.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
this I wrote on 1st of April.
I'm left speechless, I think, yeah, but thank you for this beautiful reflection, this beautiful sojourn. It's just lovely. So thank you so much, Anjushi. And thank you for being here. And thank you for bouncing back. I had almost thought that, okay, where is Anjushi? I was missing the morning energy. And I remember when I called you, I was like, are you coming back? So thank you for coming.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity to spend time with my daughter. I think that was very precious. And I think calling me back because I definitely was procrastinating.
Yeah.
And I think your call made me to just come back into where I should be. So thank you so much.
Thank
And
you for coming back.
shown me the path that how I can just be lit all the time, my lamp in
And
the
I think now you're back to beautiful books. So I think it's going to be amazing for you to have your journey inward, reflect inward, and keep progressing. And
yeah,
I think,
yeah,
Anjuji, I
I want
strongly
to
feel for
continue.
you. I think you should join Nitya Shanti. I think you're like a soul who love him. I don't know how much you've met him, but
Yeah,
do his meditations online, and I think you will love him because believe me, I am what I am a lot because of him. You know, so give yourself the gift of him. That's
I
what I
will
think.
definitely give, and I think I wanted to speak to you about that, but I think you have mentioned it on it, so I'll definitely. I won't be continuing on with this journey, but
That's good. That's perfect. You're ready for being on your
definitely,
own.
yeah, sort of practicing and making other commitments to help people in the community. So, thank you so much for that, and thank you to all my Sangamitras for always encouraging me. And I really want to say special thanks to Nisha ji. She has been like amazing soul for always following up on me, always going out of her way to check on me that if you need any help. And she will for the whole of March when I was not there, she would actually post the screenshots for me that up till how many pages I've read, always, every day, always, and to upload my assignments. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Nisha ji, for going that extra miles for me. So Thank you so much. She has been always been a big supporter. So thank you, Nisha.
So Nisha, thank you for being such a fantastic Sangha Mitra. I truly think the only thing why we all can continue our journey because of, our core groups. So if you've really done that, and which I, of course, Anjuji is saying, thank you so much for that, for being in integrity. You have to have a support system. You have to have integrated, group because 60, 70, 100 of us can't hold each other's hands. But 4, 5 pairs of hands can hold each other, and that's how beautiful it is. So thank you so much.
Can I say something, Prachi ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Prachi ma'am. You guided me, support me, inspire me. Today I am just because of your guidance. And thank you so much, Anju ji. Your words touch me a lot. It means a lot to me. And I'm so happy that I can contribute something in your life which makes my life purpose successful. So thank you so much again, once again, Prachi ma'am. You are an amazing divine mentor. You have given us this platform to explore ourselves. And I don't have words to describe how you make changes and how you help me to transform my life. I can just down and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm nothing without you all. Trust me. I had only had this divine guidance, I said 1 to 1 days, 1 to 1 people in 1 hour, 21 minutes. I just had this number of creation. I never knew what we're embarking on. You have been the first group, right? You've seen how the course has evolved. It's automatically evolved. So Nisha, thank you for being you. If you hadn't been such a seeker, you wouldn't have got it out. So people who've really gone the next level is because they have been seekers either in the back seat or the front seat. It doesn't matter whether you're in the front seat. Even if in the back seat, if you're a seeker, you're going to have a great journey. So thank you for that. And just that Anjuji, come back to sometimes in the morning session with the, your Sangha Mitras, sometimes, at least once a week, so that you are in the flow of it and you can read a chapter and be back in it. So it's going to be nice to come back to revision. I'm strictly telling everyone to like have the morning batch. Continue it for a while. You can't make it 1.5 hours. Don't make it 1.5 hours. Make it 40 minutes. But at least do it. Slow and steady. That'll be a revision to your books. So
I'm
please.
definitely going to miss it because I'm feeling anxious that, oh my God, my routine, what routine I'm going to have, how am I going to handle this after if I don't do the sessions. But if I'm feeling like that, I'll definitely join. But I want to give myself that time to sort of put these things into practice and see how
Yes,
I do.
yes. And I always believe that, studying is important, but your follow up is the most important.
Yeah.
If you studied something and you don't follow up, it's all lost. So, yeah. And I have been in those shoes. I knew this all back in 2008. And then I just went into my trajectory of, Lady Circle and evolving there. And I forgot about gratitude. I forgot about so many things. So, yes, thank you for being there in the moment. And I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful journey. And I know I will see you sometime somewhere in our world. So lots of
Definitely. I'll definitely will be connected. Thank you so
absolutely. Thank you.
much.
All right, everyone. So it's 6:18. Should we close the day or you want to have just like a couple of minutes meditation, whatever works for you? Otherwise, we can see each other tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. And for the ones who are continuing to Unified, I'll see you at 7 o'clock on that session. Is that okay? Shall we see each other that time? So 7 o'clock it is. We shall meet each other and let's have a fantastic Monday. Take care. Have a brilliant one. Thank you, Muskan ma'am. Thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, Sanjay sir. And thank you, Shweta. Lots of love, everyone. And thank you for this magical morning. Truly indebted to each one of your souls. I bow down to you. Thank you.